I will be honest, this is the only course that I've ever done in Mastermind, self-discipline, that sort of behaviour. And I'd never really been interested before until I had a few conversations with Steve on Facebook, and 100% glad I did.
Okay, so I've attended the 1, the 3 and the 7-day courses that Steve provides. I've got something from every single course. My level of development in myself, my happiness, has increased at every stage. This one, it takes it to a whole nother level. After doing this, I know where I will be, and I know what I will do, and I know how to get there. That's the thing.
Well, I actually attended the 1 day, which was kind of, I came along because it was the local area, and I seen something in it there, so I then went on to the 3-day. It's it's a kind of a briefer version of what we've done this week. So basically, he started to touch on some of the, the models and the items and the things he's trained on this week. But like I say, on the 7-day, you just get so much more depth. It's just really worth going to that next level.
The highlights and peaks of this training, definitely learning more about myself, about my inner core values, how I need to reset some of them, how they're good, but I'm not following them properly. Also about my strengths, about how I can go forward, and I just need to make sure that I follow that through, which I will now. I wouldn't have had any of those strengths without coming here this week. I was just dwindling along, to be honest.
Before I came on the course, the mindset side of it, I thought it was a little bit wishy-washy. I didn't think I'd take to that, but that's turned out to be really good. The knowledge you gain from the property side of the training is excellent, second to none.
The personal breakthroughs that I've experienced with regards my own mind, the interaction with the group, the other people that have been on the course, the bonds that I've formed will be for life. The knowledge that I now have to take into property is incredible.
Really opening my mind to what is actually possible. There is plenty out there. There's so much property. There's so many different finance options. There's just opening yourself up to that, and also another massive thing is just reflecting on on myself, and just making you realise that you can do things, and really motivating you, getting you motivated and giving you that nudge along, that you're getting focused and just getting back on track and going for the things that you want to do and achieve them goals, and get to the place you want to be that person, get the houses, get time, go, just really a good motivating.
Doubts, obviously, a lot of money. Am I going to be able to do it? Self-doubt. Is it above my level of thinking or expectation? Will I be able to achieve what it tells me? Loads of self-doubts, loads of negatives, but only one positive, and that was, if I didn't change, the situation wasn't going to change, so I had to do something about it.
Mainly external, people not really knowing what they're on about, saying, spend all that money on that for, there's no way you'll get that back. Also, I noticed a quote from somebody saying, with regards to Steve's training, saying, behind every scheme there's a schemer. So if this is the scheme and Steve's the schemer, if it gets me where I want to be, I'm quite happy with that.
So I question myself, is this mindset stuff for me? Another concern that I had briefly was the financial cost. I can sit here and say, this course and the change in my life, I could not put a monetary value on it. I couldn't.
What's it going to be like? Is it going to be, worth the investment? Is it worth, there's the time investment as well, like I've got my own business, so I've had to have a week out of that, and you're thinking, is this going to be, all I could say is that, after coming, and, those doubts are all proven wrong.
All I can say about this course is it's worth 10 times what it is, to be honest. It's a lot of money, and then it's not a lot of money, because I've learned how to get that back, but not just the money wise, they're looking at yourself wise. If you can put this course into any aspect of your business, whether you go down property or whatever you do, a tree surgeon, it'll improve you massively. For me, the best money I've ever spent. With
regards to the cost, it may seem like a lot of money, it may be a lot of money, but when you take everything into consideration, what you can get back from it, it turns out it's pennies. We met one contact, I'd said earlier in the week, we met one guy who we can utilise that contact from now on. That was worth the money alone. In the grand scheme of things, it's pennies.
If you do open up to it and commit to it, it is one that will give back to you more than you'll ever know.
There's kind of a couple of things I would say that really help with the value of coming on the course. The main one is that the numerous options he shows you of how to do the property, you know, so you're going to make it back. It's impossible not to. If you don't, it's only yourself to blame. Yeah, initially now it might seem a big investment, you're thinking maybe you could have done something else with it or started even in the property, but you're going to get that 10, 100, 1,000 times back over, so you know, it really is, the value is really worth it.
I'm able to focus more, I'm able to know my strategy, I'm able to know where I'm going forward, how I'm going to go forward, what I'm going to do, where I'm going to do it, who's going to help me.
I wouldn't have known where to start with anything more than a simple house renovation, buying a house. Now I could quite easily buy a huge commercial property, convert it into residential, multiple flats or shops, acquire land, get contractors in, set the deal, negotiate, things like that. Everything I would need to do to do big deals, basically.
So I'll also be able to go out within my own area. I'll be able to source properties, source them at the correct value. I'll be able to build a portfolio without question. I'll also be able to offer deals to other investors.
After leaving the course now, they're going to be able to just go forward with the property business. I've actually got some properties already, and I thought I'd hit a wall and I was a bit lost and stuck and thinking, well, what next? I kind of can't do anything, but after coming on this, it's endless, you know, the possibilities out there.
For anyone attending this course, there's one thing really, do you want it? If you want it, do it. There's a reason why it's expensive, because it's worth it. And the expense focuses your mind, you do it, and then the expense is nothing, it's cheap. What have you got to lose? Maybe, yeah, some money. You haven't, because you will gain it back tenfold. Not just on the property side, but on your mind side as well.
If you do the training and you don't succeed, it's because you haven't wanted to. You've decided it wasn't right for you in the end, it's not what you want to do, or yeah, I mean, you could do this training and change your life around.
The value, the changes this will bring for you will be incredible. I understand there might be a process where you think, is it for me? Could I do it? You can. You can. With the support Steve gives you, with the structure of the course, with the overall content, you get everything.
You know, you just got to go for it, because it really is worth the money, the investment, you know, and it's not all just about the property as well. There's a lot about, you know, yourself and all things like that, so it really is just worth going to the next step. If you've done any of the other courses, you'll have touched on some of the models. You go into them in a lot more detail. You can't fail. It'll take you to that novice to professional level. You'll come out of this armed with everything you'd need to make a success out of your property business, or probably any business, some of the stuff, you know, and in life.